Welcome back. You're here with Goldberg. Today I wanted to talk about this phenomenon, which is really best described as a manifestation of the whole, what's that Matt Damon movie, Goodwill Cucking, which is where you'll be in a discussion on the internet.com and you will contradict someone, contradict them. I'm using my words carefully here. They will reply by saying, "Oh, that's a straw man." And straw man, along with its closely related friends, ad hominem, or you're projecting. That's a favorite of the clown prince of Manginas in the manosphere. It's really just an admission that they're not capable or motivated enough to do the due diligence and research their own positions. In fact, most of the time it comes down to them not anticipating something because it's outside of the bounds of the normal talking points. You have to recognize millennials don't do much independent research. They don't read. They just pick up whatever gives them an emotional tingle and they run with it. So you would have something like a mainstream Republican. Well, if we cut taxes and have mass immigration, it'll create jobs and prosperity. Or on the flip side, the socialist, well, we need to raise tax millionaires and billionaires and mass immigration. Now, if you bring up the fact that not from a antagonistic perspective, but you say, mass immigration leads to increased resource depletion, destruction of the environment, lower quality public schools. In general, it diminishes quality of life overall. You go down, you stop compartmentalizing every issue, and you point out how they relate to one another. They'll accuse you of that's a straw man because they haven't even gotten to that level. It never occurred to them that the environment and immigration are tied together, or this particular economic policy or trade policy contributes to something else. They don't function that way because everything has to be within its own sphere. And naturally, if you challenge them, even if it's not in a let's say a condescending manner, they can't handle it because they don't know how to. And so, that's a straw man, kind of like, I don't have time to deal with rabble like you, is just a concession that they are not intellectually, mentally capable of coming to the table, but they still want to be taken seriously as long as they have the attention span to do so. And it's almost like when people accuse you of strawmanning them, they are expecting you to do the due diligence and establish this ironclad argument in favor of their position before you even dare trying to challenge it. Now, of course, they're not going to do the same for you because, again, they don't read, they don't investigate anything. They like to use caricatures, but you're always the one at fault. So with these people, the best thing to do is you just got to kind of ignore them or mock them. They're not serious. They're not going to change unless it comes from within. Certainly you telling them is not going to make a difference. And so it's just kind of like there. So if you're using straw man, you really have to ask yourself, a genuine straw man is making an actual caricature oversimplifying a position, which anyway people do in discussions. But you being contradicted or you being presented with information you didn't think about, no, that's not you being straw man. That's the fact that maybe you need to pick up the books, spend a little bit more time in the library before you puff up yourself and say, I'm ready to debate.